house once to my children. This old house once to my wife. This old house was home and comfort as we fought the storm.
Hi everyone, it's Marcy Massura for OC and Me, exclusively for OCFamily.com. And I am totally time traveling today. Look where I am. I'm standing in front of a post office, Garden Grove Post Office from 1877. Where is this? Well, it's Garden Grove for sure, but it's at the Stanley Warehouse managed by the Historical Society of Garden Grove. And this isn't the only thing that's here. All kinds of cool buildings. I mean, neat stuff that has been moved here to this location. It's being restored and worked on constantly. Hi everyone, and welcome to school. Please take out your pencils and your papers. We'll be reading from McGuffey's second reader today. Okay, not really. I'm not really a teacher. Good thing. You should see the rules they have for these teachers. In 1872, a woman who married or engaged in unseemly contact would be dismissed. So I pretty much would have been kicked out a long time ago. When I said that the restoration and repairs were ongoing, they really are. It takes a lot of work and a lot of money to keep all of these buildings in tip-top shape and safe enough for people to come and visit. I'm standing in front of one of the newer buildings that's here, and I don't know if you can peek inside, but there is all kinds of work going on. Now, they only ask for donations when visitors come. It's $5 for adults and $1 for kids. But of course, they're always looking for people to donate their time. It's run totally by volunteers. That's amazing to me. So if you have the time, either come on down and visit and leave a little donation, or come on down and see if you can help out. Hey, look, if I was a man like 50, 60, 100 years ago, this is my barber shop. This is where I would come to get my hair cut. And not only get my hair cut, if it was a small town and there was no dentist, guess who did the work? The barber. I have no idea why, but I guess apparently cutting hair and pulling teeth are related in some way. Remember I was talking about the dentist? Here we are. And let me tell you, I mean, I hate going to the dentist now. I cannot even imagine how much whiskey it would take to get me in here. A lot. A lot. I don't know if you guys can read it, but this says Disney Garage, 1923. That's right, folks. I am standing right in front of Walt Disney's original garage where it all happened. The magic all started. Let's go inside and see what we can find, okay? Okay, we are inside the world-famous, unbelievable, one-of-a-kind Disney Garage. Now, in 1923, Walt moved out here to live with his uncle, actually moved to Burbank. He rented a room from his uncle for $5 and this garage for $1. Now, he came out to the garage to do what? To tinker around, to play, and also to doodle. And while he was doodling, rumor has it, a rat, a mouse, something walked by, and he doodled it. And that was the beginning of everything. So this garage here at the Stanley Warehouse Museum and Property has acquired quite a few interesting Disney memorabilia, including this picture, which I love, which is Walt himself behind one of his animation cameras. And if you look closely, you can see this actual garage in the background. This to me is just thrilling to think that I am standing right where Walt Disney started it all. And man, there's some cool stuff here. Check out this camera. This is one of the animation cameras from the period. I just love everything here. If you come to this property, if nothing else, just to see this and to further your love of things that are Disney, this is magical in every sense of the word. So one of the more interesting things that is found its way into the case inside the Disney Garage are these tickets. Now, many of you young people, not me, don't remember or even know that Disneyland was not always pay at the entrance and walk in and do as you please. What you got were these ticket books. The e-tickets were on top. They were shorter and they were far more desirable. Those were all the really, really good rides at the time. And it worked its way all the way down to the A-tickets. A-tickets were stuff you didn't really want to go on, like the merry-go-round or stuff like that, little kid stuff. So for myself, I had an older brother. So he got all the E-tickets because I was too afraid to go on those rides. And he gave me all his A's and B's. And the things in the middle we just fought over. So that's how it worked. It was more like going to a fair where you buy tickets for the ride instead of the way it is today. And I can't say I'm nostalgic about it because I kind of like just paying one price. So there you have it, Disney history right here in Garden Grove. In 1927, the fire department in Garden Grove bought a new fire truck. It cost them $6,000, which is like a whole lot today. And guess what? Here it is. It's sitting right here. The exact same, not a replica, not a copy, the actual fire truck that provided years and years of service for Garden Grove. It's been lovingly restored. It is still owned by the fire department, but it is living out its days here at the Stanley Ware property. Look at this. This little guy down here, this says Siren. So there you go. Has the original license plate. I love this. We are about to go into the main house on the property. This is the Stanley Ware house. And before we go in, I want to make mention of one event that they have here at the property. They're opening the doors for us as we speak. They have something called a book and a barn sale. It happens twice a year. The next one will be in June, and it's huge. It's like a huge flea market. It's their #1 fundraiser at the property, and I know for sure I'll be here, and I hope to see you too. Okay, so you have no electricity, you have no running water, you have nothing, but what you do have, of course, music. This is a wax cylinder player. It's an Edison. This predates the Victrola, and listen to it. I love this. I think this is amazing. I will never, ever complain about doing laundry ever again. Check this out. So I'm the woman of the house. It's 1891 or later even. And here I am. I'm in my laundry room and I've got my washing machine. Now, it's not a washing machine like you and I think of. It's still basically hand washing, only in a convenient little tub. You would pull this. I won't pull it all the way, but this represents the agitator, right? So that's going to shake it up. You're going to take out your fairly clean, things didn't get clean like they do today, and you would then manually run it through this wringer, which looks a bit like a pasta maker, and it would run through. Then you take those slightly wet, only slightly dry clothes out to the line and hang them up, rain or shine. And if it rained, you start it all over again. I will never complain. I love you, Kenmore. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so let's say it's 1916 and you're thinking, I want a refrigerator. Guess what you would get? This. I'm sure it wasn't cheap. It's amazing. You put your ice in the top. You actually have a place to keep your water. And look, a water spigot, something that we're all proud of on our refrigerators today, that we can get water from our refrigerator. Wasn't a new invention. So where does the food go? Well, right down here. Your milk and your butter, and not too much else. Everything else would have been fresh from your garden. Your meat products would stay here, but they wouldn't last for long. Cooking was a big part of the housewife's life. It was her entire life. And she'd be doing the cooking on a stove like this, which is remarkably hard to use and to gauge. It's not easy. It took a lot of skills. This is time travel. I've said it 100 times in this piece, and there is just nothing better. You have to come see this place to really appreciate the level of restoration. It's like being on a movie set, and it's magical. So I encourage you to come by.
This old house once to my children, this old house once to my wife. This old house was home and comfort as we fought the storms of life. This old house once rang with laughter, this old house heard many shouts. Now she trembles in the darkness when the lightning walks about. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, ain't gonna need this house no more. Ain't got time to fix the shingles, ain't got time to fix the floor. Ain't got time to oil the hinges nor to mend the window.
Marcy, you're late. Now come and sit in your seat.